What is going on, guys? I am Lude, and today we're going to be doing something a little bit different than what we normally do. Instead of playing Clash Royale, we're actually going to be watching people play Clash Royale. As you can see, we're going to be using TV Royale, and we're going to be watching people from Arena 1. So the reason being is because people in Arena 1 don't really know how to play. They just started the game. They don't know what any of the cards are called or what they do. And I think it's going to be fun and funny because they don't know how to set up a complete push. So let's go ahead and scroll down here and click on this Roki versus Flavia T20, and let's go ahead and root for Roki. So Roki over here has his fireball, arrows, musketeer, and bomber. He selected the fireball, and wow, he goes in right off the bat. Aggressive, sends in the fireball right at the tower. And Flavia T20 sends in his arrows, and again, not a great strategy. So Roki goes in with this giant. Flavia T20 is also coming in with the giant. They both push each other back. Flavia sends in this fireball to defend, and as you can see, like, what is the point of fireballing a tank when a tank is called a tank for a reason? Like, come on, he has a lot of health. He's not going to go down from a fireball. But anyways, damn, Roki did a lot of damage right over there. 190 hit points left on that tower. Flavia is doing some work as well. They do have archers coming down, and those are doing some work. Roki is sitting on elixir right over here. He should be dropping something, and he's actually going to drop his archers in the front of the knight, which honestly is not a good decision. You need to drop your archers behind the tank to keep them alive and doing some work over there. Flavia has his baby dragon coming in, and Roki sends in arrows, misses the baby dragon and tower, does no damage. He sends in a fireball. Flavia sends in arrows onto the king's tower, activates it for completely no reason, and Roki goes in with this musketeer. So again, I don't know what's going on, but they did end up taking each other's tower, and it's a little bit weird. But anyways, Roki sends in his knight. Flavia has this giant coming down, and that musketeer is doing some work. Flavia misses the knight with that fireball and completely hits nothing. So 4 elixir just wasted over there, and Flavia sends in his own knight, and again, that musketeer is doing some work onto that giant. Now Roki drops down his giant. Flavia drops down a bomber behind the knight, which is a good placement, and goes in with the arrows. Again, completely a waste. I don't know what the fuck they're doing with arrows and fireball. So Roki goes in with these archers over here, and as you can see, the bomber just obliterated the shit out of them. That bomber and knight are doing some damage onto that tower, and Roki over here is just sitting on elixir doing nothing. Goes in with the fireball. Again, the worst tactic you could ever do, but Flavia also sends in his fireball again. Man, what is with fireball and arrows? Oh my god, he's going in with the arrows again. Like, what is the point of this, man? Come on, use your cards properly. Roki goes in with this musketeer. Flavia drops his musketeer, and as you can see, Roki's musketeer is on the tower, and Flavia's giant is actually doing a shit ton of damage right at the bottom, but Roki hasn't done jack shit to counter it. Roki actually sends his giant at the bridge, so those archers are getting targeted onto the giant. He also sends his arrows again, which is completely pointless. Like, there's no need for it, but Roki over here is just sitting on elixir, and I'm not entirely sure why he isn't like dropping cards to counter or anything like that. But he drops his archers right over there. He has his fireball in hand. Actually, both of them have fireballs in hand. They both send in a fireball, one at the king tower and one at the regular tower. Again, completely a waste. Roki has this giant on his tower, and those archers are doing some work. Both of them are sitting on elixir, and Roki drops down his knight over here. Flavia also drops down a knight and a musketeer. And what is going to happen right now? I feel like this is the time where they should be cycling arrows and fireball. I mean, he only needs 129 hit points to get that tower. But Flavia has this knight and musketeer coming in. Roki sends in a giant. Flavia sends in a fireball to the king tower, and both giants are coming down. Now, the giant is actually about to get that tower. 9 hit points left. Come on, dude. You have your arrows. Send in your arrows. That's all you got. Look, he selected the musketeer. It's right there. Oh my god, send in your arrows. It's 9 hit points. What the fuck are you? Really? Really, Roki? Really? I rooted for you, man. What the fuck? So apparently the whole match they were sending in fireballs and arrows, but at the end of the match, Roki decided he didn't want to do it. I mean, come on, it was 9 hit points on the tower. All you had to do was send in arrows or even a fireball, and it would have knocked it out. But apparently he didn't want to do that. Let's go ahead and jump into the second one and see who we're going to be going up against. That was a little bit strange, but honestly, it's what I expected. I expected something like this. So let's go ahead and jump into this one. We're going to be watching Gabriel and Thiago. I'm actually going to go ahead and root for Gabriel this time. Since we rooted for someone at the bottom, we're going to root for someone at the top. Gabriel goes in with this skeleton army and prince right over here, and Thiago sends in a fireball at the tower actually, so this is gonna be deadly. Oh, never mind. Thiago sends in his arrows, but again, that prince is on that tower, and Thiago sends in a knight. Now, here's the thing. This is a good decision. He sends in his goblin barrel, but again, it wasn't really needed, but still, that was a good play because the prince was tanking for that goblin barrel. Now, Thiago does have this musketeer, and it is going to be taking out that prince. He also has his skeleton army selected. He goes in with the skeleton army, and Gabriel sends in the baby dragon over here. Unfortunately, that skeleton army is going to do some work. Gabriel needs to drop down either skeleton army. Okay, so he just dropped down the skeleton army in Thiago's base, which was honestly pointless because he costed himself a tower. So at this point, I don't know what's going on, but I did just realize that Gabriel is level 1 and Thiago's level 3. So there is a huge level difference between them, and hopefully Gabriel can still win this one, and it would be good for us. But anyways, the knight is doing some work right over here on that king's tower, and Thiago goes in with the giant. Gabriel is just sitting on elixir over here, which is honestly a bad decision. Like, you need to drop something and save your elixir. He goes in with the prince, and skeleton army is going to be countering the prince. Now, Gabriel also drops down a giant over here, and it's going to be going to Thiago's base. Unfortunately for Gabriel, that skeleton army took out that prince. But Thiago sends in a fireball at the giant, which is honestly one of the worst decisions ever. But this goblin barrel comes in. He has his arrows. Is he going to arrow it? Yes, he did. That was alright. That was pretty decent right over there. So he goes in with his skeleton army to back up that Valkyrie, which is honestly a little bit weird, but it might do the work. Like, look at this. He's doing some damage over here. Thiago hasn't really dropped anything to counter it. Gabriel's tower is at 81 hit points, but the Valkyrie and skeleton army actually gave Gabriel the win, and that's exactly what we were looking for. So there we go. Gabriel ended up winning this one. Let's go ahead and jump into the third one and see if it's going to be a little bit strange or interesting as well. Alright, so we're going to be watching Dragonful versus Bonic, and I'm actually going to root for Dragonful over here this time. And he does have a prince, so he's going to be dropping that by the looks of it. He did at the base. Bonic does have his lightning spell selected, and I'm not entirely sure what the point of it is. But, whoa, he actually activated the King's Tower and sent in a waste of a spell. Now, look at this. Dragonful shut down his tower very, very instantly and quickly. That was unbelievable. Like, dang, he took that out very fast. So, Bonic does have a lot to handle. He drops down this skeleton army over here, and as you can see, that's going to be a good decision just because it's going to be able to counter the prince and knight very easily. Unfortunately, that Valkyrie is going to be headed to that King's Tower, and he goes in with the fireball over here. I thought he was about to fireball one of his troops and predict a troop, but apparently he actually just sent in a fireball at the King's Tower, which honestly was a little bit of a waste. So he has this mini P.E.K.K.A coming in and a goblin barrel, and honestly that tower is going to be taken out just because the mini P.E.K.K.A is tanking for that goblins. And look at that, he even basically took out the goblin hut. Jeez, man, he did a lot of work right over there. So at this point, they both basically traded off a tower 1 for 1. Bonic ends up sending in a giant over here. Dragonful sends in a prince, and it is going to that King's Tower. Oh my god, it hit. And Bonic actually sends in a witch to back up that giant, which is a pretty smart play, but unfortunately that left tower is targeting that witch. And oh my god, I just realized, look at Dragonful. He did a crap ton of damage over there. Bonic actually had to drop down the skeleton army, 190 hit points left. And wow, by the look of it, they're very, very close. I mean, 199 and 190 hit points away from victory. He goes in with the fireball, but Bonic goes in with the gobble barrel, and he has nothing to counter it, so that's going to cost him the game. There you guys go. Only 60 hit points left, but Bonic ends up claiming it. So unfortunately for us, Dragonful didn't win, which was the person we were rooting for, but that is it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. This was a little bit strange, a little bit different, but I thought it was going to be a little bit fun. Hopefully you guys did have a little bit of fun as well watching this. If you did, be sure to hit that like button and share with anyone that you think needs sharing. I am Lude. I'll catch you guys in the next one, and as always, stay positive. Peace.